So today I'm going to be making a video on the Shadow Infusions and just a little other tidbits of certain things that I've been talking about with certain people in the guild. But so um the update comes out literally in like 4 or 5 hours, I believe. So I'll be making another video on that later after it comes out. But so to start with today, we have the Shadow Infusions. So the one thing I would say to focus on is that once you have your battle pass units, since these are exclusive, see they do take rare cores. Now, it takes a lot of cores, like so much to upgrade these things. But so this right here is literally the best stats you need to get on your shadows. You need Eternal Ascension because it gives you plus 10 levels. Spectral Agility 3, Umbral Power 7, and Phantom Swiftness 3. Spectral Agility and Phantom Swiftness only go to 3, and then Umbral Power only goes to 7. So with that, it has my Shadow doing 6 DD at max, I believe, or it's slightly higher. Yes, let's make sure we have everything. Yeah, so with that, he's doing 6, plus with the it goes higher if I were to switch the to the subtitle talent, but so this is basically all of what you need. Now it's going to cost you a lot because on some of my other ones, I still don't have them all, and I've done most of all of them. So all of them at least have Eternal Ascension, which gets your damage up. Because I think right now with the double talent, with the main and sub equip title, I can get up to 200 DD flat, if I remember correctly. But without it, get to like 160, I think, with so my DPS is. But these guys, the let's take 5 epic cores. So, um, so I believe you can only have one unique. So the Curse Fortune, Eternal Ascension, Abyssal Focus. Like I would focus more on Eternal Ascension because that extra levels boosts your damage up considerably. Because if you look at their damage output, so he doesn't have Umbral Power. He just has Eternal Ascension. So he's at 688 UD versus this one that does have max Umbral Power does 833 UD. So like the difference in damage is literally a lot. So and that's basically I think that's literally what their max level. So this is the max power you can get them at versus like other ones that don't. I saw one Joker Monarch 'cause I just wasn't bothering to farm for it. Versus and then you have these guys who he still needs Umbral Power, but he's rocking 4.59. He's at 540 with Umbral Power and Eternal Ascension. And he's at obviously 6 flat. So yeah, that's basically the those are the stats you want to go for. Another thing that is useful is that they do also have it so you can transfer stats. So they have to be either the same rarity or um, lower. So um so like you can't like use the common shadows and uncommon ones to try to transport those ones on a higher rarity. But you could use a monarch one and anything below it. So you can transfer like other monarchs to other ones or from a monarch to mythical and so on and so forth going down. But you just can't go from down up. You can only go from up down. Which, it can be either or. So like say if you were to um like say for instance you had like one monarch or something and you wanted to switch into your mythicals because you had more, then that's understandable. Because the mythicals I believe they also take the same. Because mythicals take rare cores, which, because in my personal opinion, so with this stuff, I think it would be helpful, like, say, if you do, want to use the transfer system, because, anyways, because the way the exchange shop works is that the rare cores equal the epic cores equal just the same amount as the rare cores. So it's like you can farm a lot of epic cores but that only gives you the same amount of rare cores versus you could farm up rare cores by themselves and you'll probably have double the amount. Versus you can also farm up legendaries and turn it for one legendary core, you turn it into five epic cores, which this is another thing is when you're to farm for these cores, the best thing to do is do desert because you get legendary, from common up to legendary in it. And like I have a picture from the other day, but I have right now I'm at 19 cores and I don't have anything else because I used them all. But literally in just yesterday alone, I had over 100 legendary cores and I had 800 epic cores. And this is what I'm left with after doing all that. So as you can see, I have keys. I'm stacking up runes right now. I need to get some more. But you just have to farm keys like a madman and then also do desert in the downtime. So like if there's a dungeon that spawns that I'm able to get keys from, I'll go run that. Because I have the because I'll run it to its limit. I have, all the maximum amount of keys I can get and then I'll just get these keys up to max, and then I'll stack up on their runes, and then I'll just keep going back and forth with it. And then if there is a dungeon that is there that you can't get a key from, just go run desert until a dungeon spawns that you can get keys from. So it's like a back and forth thing. So, and honestly, it took me not literally like I think an hour. In an hour, I managed to get an hour or two like I say 2 hours give or take. It's I was able to get those 100 core legendary cores, so it's like sometimes you just get lucky with those stuff. Because obviously the desert is kind of RNG with how many you get and if you get it or not. So, but yeah, so that's all that a little tidbit of stuff like that. Um, and then another thing, there was one more thing I was gonna talk about. I forgot what it was. Right. So another thing is so for guild stuff specifically, I've also had some people ask me about that stuff. We do have a guild. We have a Discord and everything as well. Right now, our thing is a 1 DC. Uh, we're trying to get people to donate more. Right now, we're at 2 UD because I've donated 6. Um, Still trying to get this. I'm the one who's mainly working on these upgrades because, as you can see, I've donated more than everybody else in this guild. So we're a little low on members, so if anybody does want to join, just add me, or you can also search up. I have the same exact username on Discord. You can find me on there. Our quota will be changing with the new update that's coming out later, as it'll be 5 DC, but the quota is only until the next update. So, like, say after the update tomorrow, you have to donate 5 DC, but then you won't have to, but then your deadline will be whenever their next update comes out. So if it's like the week later or 2 weeks from now, then you basically have that much amount of time. Because most people have already donated that much, and it shouldn't be that hard for most people to get there. So, but yeah, because we are always looking for more guild members. So, but yeah, that was this short and quick video. Um, I, Let me just go back to grinding more cores until this next update comes out. But it's been real. See y'all later once the new update comes out, and then I'll release a video on that as well. Y'all have a good one.